got an enormous month coming to us from the Walt Disney Company, with plenty of huge film and TV drops from Disney, Pixar, Marvel Studios, Lucasfilm, 20th Century Pictures, and Searchlight Pictures, coming to us via Disney Plus, Disney Plus Star, and Hulu. In this video, we'll go over all of March 2022's major releases and when and where you can check them out. Before we get into this, don't forget to hit that like button down below. It does wonders in getting my content out there, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to keep up to date with all my content. Kicking the month off on March 4 is the debut episode of Searchlight Television and 20th Century Television's The Dropout, an 8-part weekly miniseries headed to Hulu in the USA and Disney Plus Star in international markets. The series tells the story of Elizabeth Holmes and Theranos, an unbelievable tale of ambition and fame gone terribly wrong. How did the world's youngest self-made female billionaire lose it all in the blink of an eye? Executive produced by New Girl's Elizabeth Merriweather, the series stars Amanda Seyfried and Naveen Andrews. Also on March 4 is Searchlight Pictures' Fresh, which will land on Hulu in the USA and Disney Plus Star in international markets. The film follows Noah, who meets the alluring Steve at a grocery store, and given her frustration with dating apps, takes a chance and gives him her number. After their first date, Noah is smitten and accepts Steve's invitation to a romantic weekend getaway, only to find that her new paramour has been hiding some unusual appetites. This comedy horror is directed by Mimi Cave and produced by Adam McKay. It stars Daisy Edgar-Jones and Sebastian Stan. Headed for release on March 11 is Disney and Pixar's Turning Red. Causing some upset, it was recently announced that the movie will bypass cinemas for a Disney Plus exclusive release. Mei Lee is a confident, dorky 13-year-old, torn between staying her overbearing mother's dutiful daughter and the chaos of adolescence. And as if changes to her interests, relationships, and body weren't enough, whenever she gets too excited, which is practically always, she poofs into a giant red panda. It's directed by Academy Award winner Domee Shi and stars Rosalie Chiang and Sandra Oh. Also on March 11, to complement the release of Turning Red, Disney Plus will offer Embrace the Panda, a feature-length behind-the-scenes documentary charting the making of the film. With behind-the-scenes access to director Domee Shi and her all-female core leadership crew, this story shines a light on the powerful professional and personal journeys that brought this incredibly comical, utterly relatable, and deeply heartfelt story to the screen. On March 18, Disney Plus will release a new remake of Cheaper by the Dozen, as the company begins to plunge their acquired IP from 20th Century Fox. Described as a fresh take on the 2003 hit family comedy, in turn a remake of the 1950 film of the same name, it tells the story of the raucous exploits of a blended family of 12, the Bakers, as they navigate a hectic home life while simultaneously managing their family business. It's directed by Gail Lerner and stars Gabrielle Union and Zach Braff. Also on March 18, Hulu will finally release 20th Century Pictures' long-delayed Deep Water. Despite being a Disney-owned film, the movie will debut on Amazon Prime internationally. The film takes us inside the marriage of picture-perfect Vic and Melinda Van Allen to discover the dangerous mind games they play and what happens to the people that get caught up in them. It's based on a novel by Patricia Highsmith, directed by Adrian Lin, and stars Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas. Also on March 18, Disney Plus will release a new feature-length documentary from Lucasfilm, More Than Robots. The film follows 4 teams of teenagers from around the world as they prepare for the 2020 first robotics competition. As they work towards the goal of taking their unique designs all the way to the highly competitive global championships, they're faced with overcoming challenges, such as having limited community resources or putting everything on hold because of a worldwide pandemic. The kids persevere and learn that there is a lot more to the competition than just robots. It's directed by Gillian Jacobs. Also on March 18, Hulu will release the debut episode of comedy drama series Life and Beth. While the series has been announced to hit Disney Plus Star internationally, no official date has yet been set. When a sudden incident forces Beth to engage with her past, her life changes forever. Through flashbacks to her teen self, Beth starts to learn how she became who she is and who she wants to become, set on a journey towards building a bigger, bolder, and more authentic life. The series is set to run for 10 weekly episodes and stars Amy Schumer and Michael Cera. On March 23, Disney will premiere the first episode of French series Parallèles. This science fiction mystery for young adults sees the lives of 4 friends turned upside down when a mysterious event tears them from their world and places them in different parallel worlds. Each of the 4 do everything possible to understand what exactly happened and look for a way to return to their original home world. The series is set to run for 6 weekly episodes. Though a regional production for Disney Plus France, this series will be available in the US and other international markets. On March 25, Disney Plus will debut The Wonderful Spring of Mickey Mouse, the second in a series of 4 extended-length special episodes which will form the second season of The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse. In this next special, geared towards kids, families, and fans of all ages, Mickey Mouse and his friends explore the promise of the spring season through the lens of a unique nature documentary, spotlighting Mickey's endearing, adventurous, and comedic antics. The series is produced by Paul Rudish. Also on March 25, Disney Plus will debut Olivia Rodrigo's Driving Home to You. In this concert film, the Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter takes a familiar road trip from Salt Lake City, where she began writing her record-breaking debut album Sour, to Los Angeles. Along the way, Rodrigo recounts the memories of writing and creating the album, and shares her feelings as a young woman navigating a specific time in her life. Through new live arrangements of her songs, intimate interviews, and never-before-seen behind-the-scenes footage, audiences will follow Olivia along on a cinematic journey exploring the story of Sour. And finally, on March 30, Marvel Studios will premiere the first episode of Moon Knight on Disney+. When Stephen Grant, a mild-mannered gift shop employee, becomes plagued with blackouts and memories of another life, he discovers he has dissociative identity disorder and shares a body with mercenary Mark Spector. As their enemies converge upon them, they must navigate their complex identities while thrust into a deadly mystery among the powerful gods of Egypt. The series is set to run for 6 weekly episodes and is written by the Umbrella Academy's Jeremy Slater and stars Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke. And at that is all of Disney's major releases for March 2022. And now I'm throwing it over to you. I want to know, what are you most excited to check out from Disney this month? Fire away down in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. Hey everyone, if you haven't yet, smash that big old subscribe button up on your screen to keep up to date with all my content, and hit that like button down below. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon for as little as $1 a month for exclusive videos, early access content, and to get your name up on the screen. Thanks again for watching.